What's going on, everybody? It's Tim, and we've got Cleanspark's Bitcoin mining update for November. So we're going to get right over the numbers here, and I've also got something to show you here on the chart at the end. But let's get this going. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you got something useful out of this video. Don't forget to check out the links down below for some free crypto and stocks, and let's look at Cleanspark's mining update. And here's their mining update. I will leave you a link down below so you can look over it yourself, but they did meet their year-end hash rate guidance already of 5.5 exahash. And this is up over 320% from the same time last year. And as said by Zach Bradford, the CEO, our teams have worked hard this month to maintain phenomenal uptime while racking new machines and identifying operational and power efficiencies. Our efforts ultimately resulted in material gains to our hash rate to where we once again have exceeded our year-end guidance. Our teams and technology are continuing to make meaningful and innovative gains as we manage towards maximizing margins. Now, looking at their numbers here, they did mine a total of 535 Bitcoin in November, with the year-to-date Bitcoin mined of 4,157. And their total holdings of Bitcoin as of November is 281, and they converted 9 more Bitcoin than what they mined all month. So they mined a total of 535 in November, but they converted 544. So they converted a few more Bitcoin to cash. And as for where they sold their Bitcoin at, they did sell their Bitcoin at an average of 17,300. And for the month, that gives them 9.4 million. Now, as for their daily Bitcoin production, they averaged 17.8, which is a nice month over month. And they reached a high of 19.4, getting very close to that 20 Bitcoin per day. And I bet our December update, we will be right around the 18s in an average and reach a high of 20. Now, one last thing here I wanted to go over before we look at the chart is while they did exceed their revised guidance, and this was due to efficiency gains, including record uptime and effective overclocking at their immersion-cooled campus in Georgia. But they go on to say, while continuing to explore opportunities for disciplined, measured growth, the management team does not anticipate another substantial increase to its hash rate before year-end. But newsflash, year-end is a month from now. So I'm not very surprised that they didn't give a huge increased update. I can see them by the end of the year getting somewhere around to 5.7 exahash maybe, unless 30 megawatts of pending capacity in the Sandersville, Georgia site goes online earlier than expected. They don't expect another substantial increase in hash rate. And they go on to say, in the meantime, the company is starting phase 2 expansion in Washington, Georgia. Design and procurement are already underway, and construction is expected to begin in January 2023, adding an additional 50 megawatts to the campus. And here's something interesting they say here: power optimization. The company expects to head into a period of active power optimization over the next few weeks as it balances its portfolio of power agreements with current Bitcoin prices, and otherwise seeks to maximize its margins. In keeping with that focus, the company continues to divest portions of its legacy energy business and has since reduced almost all related expenditures. So you may remember Cleanspark a few years ago was only a microgrid company. Well, now they're becoming only a Bitcoin mining company, and they are ridding themselves of that side of the business, which wasn't profitable. But let me know down below how you feel about Cleanspark's Bitcoin mining production. Are you impressed? Are you a little disappointed? I'm personally very happy to see that they're already at 5.5 exahash, which is what they expected at the end of the year, so they're a month early. And they already recently they gave an updated revision of that. It was only expected to be 5 exahash by the end of the year. So I'm personally very happy with Cleanspark, but it is kind of interesting, that last statement that they made. It seems like they're definitely trying to be careful here with their Bitcoin mining and be efficient as possible. So next up, I did want to show you guys something on the chart here, and this is its descending resistance. And this was established in 2020, early 2021. It hit $43. Has been just downtrending ever since, coming up towards that resistance and just not breaking out. Now we are approaching it. You definitely want to keep an eye on this. And funny enough, don't forget, we also have earnings coming up towards the middle of the month, and I will give you guys a more detailed video about how I feel about earnings, because we basically have our information already in terms of revenue. We have our mining updates, and that gives us how much revenue they made pretty much. So they should be right on track for this revenue. I don't really expect a beat, but when you look at this, this is still continued decreasing revenue. Wall Street isn't going to like that, and that's all I'm going to say for that. But Cleanspark is basically holding on to a thread at $2. If it breaks $2, we're likely to fall further and continue to be stuck in this descending resistance. And while in terms of revenue and earnings, their reported earnings coming up in the middle of the month might not be the best, in reality, when you look at what the company's doing in terms of mining Bitcoin, they're just continuing to add to their hash rate, continuing to revise their forward guidance, and all we need now is Bitcoin to turn back around. That's literally what is keeping this company down. Once Bitcoin can turn back around, this is I guarantee gonna turn back around. But until then, it's gonna be a bit of a struggle. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks as always, and take it easy.